January 7th, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. The main server just went up in smoke. Why the heck isn't the press conference set up yet? The superintendent's here already. Yeah, and there's a problem with the internet too. I already told you to stop using your computer, Chief. But I'm watching videos online. I'm catching up on my Asian soap operas. Just gonna have to wait, Chief. I'm throwing the switch. No! Just when some young guy, really? Really? Was about to confess to his son's hot-to-trot girlfriend. Wow, this place is really buzzing. Something must be going down. Something really big. Huh? What are you doing here, pal? Detective Gumshoe! You can't be here right now. You'll be roped into the briefing if you stay. Huh? We've got big problems here today. Why? What's going on? It's a virus. A virus! A virus? There's a virus ripping through the precinct's computer systems. And I really need to ask you some questions. Well, first off, I'm thinking, what about the lunchbox? Well, it's gone. So, how do I tell him about the lunchbox? Tender Linda. Okay, I'm gonna say this once, so listen up. Yes? No matter how poor you get, never borrow money from a place like this, you hear? Okay. If you got money trouble, just go on a diet of instant noodles and hang in there. We're not thinking about borrowing money, Detective. We want information. Oh, is that all? Well, let's see. Tender Lender is considered to be even fishier than the average illegal loan shark. It seems it ran into trouble just recently. Those guys have been pretty heavy-handed, calling in all their debts. Really? Don't go poking your nose around in their business, pal. You'll really regret it if you upset that lady. Alright, I get the picture. Hey, wait a minute. What did he just say? That lady. Who's this lady he's talking about, Nick? You better find out what the story is with this lady. It's gotta be. That's the girl who works over at Tender Lender. You want to stay away from her, okay? I mean it. She does look kind of unforgiving, doesn't she? And that should be the least of your worries, pal. What's that supposed to mean? What could be worse? Her name's Viola... Ah, Cadaverini. She's the only granddaughter of Bruto Cadaverini. Bruto Cadaverini? Do you know who that is, Nick? Never heard of him. Bruto Cadaverini's the boss of the Cadaverini family. The Cadaverinis? It's one scary sounding name. We can't touch them. They're way too powerful for the police. But you're thinking of taking them on, aren't you? No, I don't remember ever saying I was going to. Better get some more info out of Gumshoe about this family. The Cadaverinis. I'm not sure if I really want to get involved in this, but with the Cadaverinis? Who are they? Scary bunch of people, that's who. You're a cop and you're scared. What's that about? Trust me, it doesn't matter if you're a kid or a cop. These guys are scary. Got some serious clout in the criminal underworld. Can't touch them. Got too much moolah. Moolah? As in, pretty much control all the cash at the city's black market. The black market, huh? That includes Tender Lender, I take it. Sure, no one stands up to Bruto Cadaverini. And I mean, no one. Interesting. So Viola's the granddaughter of some mafia boss, then? Yeah, and everyone knows how much Bruto loves his little girl. She means everything to him. So, how did she end up at Tender Lender? I don't know, pal. But I heard she and the boss of Tender Lender are pretty tight. Tight? That's what it said in a file I read related to Maggie's case. Sounds like a pretty important clue. Computer viruses. So what exactly is a computer virus, Detective Gumshoe? I don't know. What? Look, I just go with the flow, alright, pal? And here I thought the detectives were supposed to be somewhat knowledgeable. What's with that face, pal? Think you know what a virus is? Well, Nick, do you? A computer virus? Sure. I mean, only in simple terms, of course. Really? Wow, you know everything, Professor Nick. Yeah, I'm gonna call you Dr. Wright from now on. Hey, that sounds pretty cool, don't you agree, Dr. Wright? Why do I get the feeling they're making fun of me? Okay, fine. I'm no expert, but I can at least explain the basics to the two of you. What's a virus? A virus is a program that gets inside a computer and causes damage. Damage? You mean it makes the machine go boom and explode? No, the damage is, well, it's all internal. So the inside goes boom, right? Imagine all the case data you've got stored on your PCs here in the station. A virus could wipe out all that. That's the kind of damage I'm talking about. Whoa, that's scary. Yeah. What's even more scary is the viruses are infectious. Infectious? Most computers are connected together on a network, right? Virus can move from one machine to another over the network. So the virus just keeps spreading faster and faster. Just like a real virus, huh? Yes, that's where it gets its name. But Nick, why would anyone want to make a program like that? Yeah, it takes ages to type in all that data. Why would you want to destroy it, pal? No, people don't infect their own machines. They send the virus to someone else's. What? That's horrible. Oh, I get it. It's like you sneezing on Mr. Gadot so he catches a cold. Right. And then he won't be able to turn up in court because he'd get too sick. You really shouldn't do stuff like that, Nick. It's wrong. Who? What? Where? When and why did the conversation jump to talking about me? Anyway, that's what a computer virus is, a bad program that causes damage. And all the different viruses have names, right? Kind of feel like I've heard the name of the virus we caught somewhere before. The name of the virus? Huh? I feel like I've heard of it before too. Interesting. The only thing I can think of in terms of computer viruses is the, thingy woman. That lady is the boss of Blue Screens and Corporate, pal. Yeah, I figure she's clean. She's got nothing to hide. She seemed kind of like a doll to me. In a good way and a bad way. Kind of makes you think she might be hiding something. So it's like, did I miss something in that? Or was I just too busy reading and just not taking it in? Names. Well, the only thing I could think of is that I'm thinking to modern day. So if I go back to the past, all I can think of is this isn't a this isn't a music disc. It's a virus program. And that's what they're on about with like it goes boom and all that type of stuff. Detective Gumshoe, about this. What? I'm trying to concentrate. I pressed that accidentally. I did not want to do that. Ah! This is it. The stupid name. I remember it now. I thought so. Here it comes. Don't just nod to yourself and keep me in the dark, Nick. What's going on? It's okay, Maya. You don't have to cry about it. The name scribbled on that sports paper and written on that CD. That's the name of the virus. MC Bomber. What? Yeah, the virus that just infected every computer in the station, pal. It's MC Bomber. Can you give us any more details, please? Because I was very much thinking, like, from our modern day technology, thinking, like, they downloaded it from the internet, and it's like, hold on. We've got to take my mind back to, like, the 90s, basically. And early 2000s. Okay. MC Bomber. already knew about the MC Bomber virus from a while back. A group of criminals issued a series of demands to the head honchos of law enforcement. They threatened to release the virus if their demands weren't met. Who are they? I don't know. Some hotshots from the criminal underworld would be my guess. Now the virus has been released, huh? Yeah, it's in every computer in every public office in the city. Everyone's going nuts. And they're hopping around like they're dancing at a carnival. All this stuff with criminals and viruses. Almost feels like we're in a sci-fi movie. That's a hint. Apparently the programmer who made the virus was a real genius or something. The focus right now is on tracing the root of this virus on the black market. It means someone put this virus up for sale. Yeah, because this one's so powerful. They're estimating its price tag was in the millions of dollars, pal. In the millions? A virus can be worth that much? MC Bomber updated in the court record. Oh, I can't believe it. Must have got the most important thing. And that is? You know, the lunchbox. How did everything go? Lunchbox? You remember? The weenies? I hate weenies. Oh. Yeah. Those weenies. So, how did my weenies taste when they went down the hatch? Huh? Well... It was... delicious? Yeah? That's what she said? Really? Well, not exactly. Don't worry about it, pal. I figured something would happen, so I came prepared. Prepared? What do you mean? I made a jumbo lunchbox. Oh. Do me a favor again, huh, pal? And deliver this? It sure is a heavy burden. In more ways than one. I can just imagine Maggie's little eyes sparkling with joy when you bring her that. Weenies again, Nick. Tell me we don't have to eat all those too. Gumshoe's lunchbox. You're given to Maya. Again. I really can't eat any more. Alright, I'm gonna say let's move to detention cell. Oh, she's gone. Alright, then the other place I'm thinking of is... blue screens. And, would you mind taking a look at this? I'm sorry, that data is alright. This is Sparta, yes, we get the joke game. This is Sparta. Okay, let's try going for this then. It's the only thing I can think of now. Glenn's troubles. So, how about you tell me what kind of trouble Mr. L was in? I'm sorry, sir, but we don't deal with troubleshooting here. Perhaps you'd like to speak to someone in customer service. What's she talking about? I guess I'd better just take a shot and see where it gets me. Miss Basil, let me ask you something. Did Mr. L's troubles have something to do with this? Let's actually start with the horse racing tickets this time. What is that? A bunch of horse racing tickets, all losing ones. That many tickets, you could get $1 at the recycling center. You good people are very, very bad. Cashing in on others' misfortunes is immoral. Is that a whiff of hypocrisy I smell? But what is the relevance of these tickets? The victim, Mr. Glenn Elg, he had a gambling habit, didn't he? I don't think that's a logical conclusion based on the facts. Everyone likes to go to the races from time to time. Yeah, but not everyone buys this many tickets. Anyway, I don't believe that proves anything on its own. Right, but I'm not through yet. Proves a hell of a lot on its own. Mr. L's gambling wasn't restricted to horse races, was it? The lottery, horse racing. He bought a lot of tickets and lost a lot of times. That's got to have hurt his wallet pretty bad, don't you think? Maybe bad enough to be the cause of some pretty serious trouble, perhaps? No. You're all right. Glenn did have a gambling habit. You good people must not follow his example, do you understand? Trust me. Even if I wanted to, I don't exactly have the money to buy any. But if you win, there's no problem, is there? And Glenn had a winning ticket, didn't he? For $500,000? Yeah, but... it's hard to imagine how he could have been in trouble then, isn't it? true that Mr. L won $500,000 in the end. That was his first stroke of good luck. He was in deep trouble before that. Deep trouble? What do you mean? Mr. L's real problem was with someone or something more terrifying and ferocious. Yeah, we were waiting to get this profile, weren't we?
Take that!
Tigre, the boss of a loan office called Tender Lender. Tender Lender? People with businesses should think harder before naming their offices. You're called Blue Screens Incorporate. Like you'll want to talk. Well, what do you think? Our firm is doing very well at the moment. I don't think we need to borrow money. No. I mean about Mr. Elg. You think Glenn had something to do with this Tigre? Yes. I'm sorry, I don't know of any connection between the two of them. Really, because I got proof that Mr. Elg and the Tiger knew each other. Well, we found the MC Bomber in his office, and that's something he had and had been writing down on the paper and stuff like that, so... Well, what do you think? I'm not sure. Let's ask one of the programmers. Excuse me, can you answer this man's query, please? The data queue that manages system tests for troubleshoot... Oh, he's off again. Obviously. So I'm afraid that is the situation, you see. Did you good people follow all that? Not even slightly. What was that all that mumbo-jumbo? It is exactly as my programmer explained. I'm guessing I picked the wrong piece of evidence there. Oh. Huh. Glenn had a lot of friends, Mr. Wright. Think Glenn had something to do with this Tigre? Yes. Sorry, I don't know of any connection between the two of them. Really, because I've got proof that Mr. Elg and the Tiger knew each other. It's like there. Glenn's calendar, then. Tigre, aka the Tiger, is the boss of a loan office called Tender Lender. And this is who Mr. Elg met with on the day of his murder. And the only thing a loan shark would talk with him about would be his debt. It's true that Glenn had racked up quite a bit of debt from his gambling habit. About $100,000, I think. $100,000? Ouch. But I heard he won the lottery, so he should have been in the clear. Shame Maggie couldn't get a bit of that good luck. Okay. So the guy got lucky and won the lottery. What if he hadn't won? What was his plan then? Well, this isn't easy to say, but he said he would use his talents to repay the money. His talents? I suspect he was talking about programming. What computer program is worth $100,000? A virus. Perhaps you good people should leave so I can get back to my work. I'm so close to cracking her. The program in question. Was it by any chance this?
Take that!
Well, this is it, isn't it? This is the virus that's infecting computers worldwide as we speak. MC Bomber. No. There we go. Top. Glenn's troubles. Glenn's head had more processing power than my computer. Or any computer. But it had been infected with a gambling virus. Glenn was in too deep. You mean he was in debt? Yes, $100,000 in debt. Not an easy amount to repay. So... he said he was taking on some extra work, something a bit risky. Risky? How? Maybe he was going to become a waitress at Tresbienne? Where do you come up with these ideas? Okay, risky extra work. So it's safe to say Mr. Elg was the creator of this virus, huh? The MC Bomber virus, yes. It was a work of genius. In a bad sort of way, of course. But still genius. Something like that would probably fetch several $1 million on the black market. Inconceivable. Come, she was right for a change? This date, December 3rd. And that is marked on his calendar. That was his deadline for repaying his debts. MC Bomber updated in the court record. Guess we won't be needing these horse racing tickets anymore. Then Elg's losing horse racing tickets thrown back on the floor. Use the trash can, Nick. That was a bit much, wasn't it? Let's see about presenting what had been updated there, see if we get anything. No, she's gonna be like blah 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 blah, isn't she? Yeah, okay. Okay, so the only other thing I can think of at the moment is try going back to Tender Lender and seeing about the Cyclops with Viola. She's got the head bandage going on there, and what do I have? The only thing I can think of is like what we got from Gumshoe is like information about the head of the Cadaverini family and stuff like that, so let's give it a go.
Take that!
The head bandage. You said that bandage around your head was from an operation. You also said you suffered a fatal injury to the head, correct? Yes, the operation was very difficult, apparently. Now by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow, right? Did the injury in question have something to do with this? I can only think the bike or... Where was it? Did it get added to the court record, didn't it? Yeah. Like something to do with the Cadaverini family. That seems to be the way to go here.
Take that!
I have here a car repair bill. From this, it seems pretty obvious that this car was involved in an accident. Let me see that. This bill is made out to the Cadaverinis. Yes, it is. I don't think I have introduced myself. Tell me, what do the Cadaverinis have to do with me? Something tells me she's not about to say hi and introduce herself. Alright then. Your relationship with the Cadaverinis is very strong, and this is why. Now that has to be...
Take that!
I know exactly who you are, Viola Cadaverini. You sustained that injury in a traffic accident, didn't you? There we go. It happened about 4 months ago. I was driving in one of our family cars when someone pulled out in front of me. Ah. It was a motorbike, or something like that. I don't remember it much. Anyway, I swerved to try to avoid it, but... I took a blow to the head. A bad one. Yeah, I can imagine. What happened to the person on the bike? I'm guessing they didn't get away with injuring the Viola Cadaverini, right? I don't know what happened to them. I do. They ran away, or so I heard. Ran away? If they'd stayed, I'd have... Is it possible that the person who committed the hit and run have been...
Take that!
It was this man, wasn't it? He was the cause of your accident. It wasn't Don Tigre. I refuse to believe it. Oh, well, it still opened up, though. We collided. The motorbike and my car. Don Tigre isn't injured at all. Is he? It's a good point. It's the tiger who caused Viola to crash. I can feel it. Plus, one of her locks just broke, so she must suspect it was him, too. Sorry, Miss Cadaverini, but I have proof that the tiger was involved in a traffic accident on his bike. Yeah, because his bike's just completely bashed up.
Take that!
Not exactly a motorbike, but Mr. Tigre rides around on a scooter, doesn't he? And you'll notice that the front wheel the wheel guard is badly damaged. Miss Cadaverini, you know the truth, don't you? The repair bill was paid by Furio Tigre. The Cadaverinis have known for ages who caused the accident, haven't they? It's possible, perhaps. Somewhere inside me I know that may be true. I knew it. But Don Tigre still saved my life. The operation was very complicated. It was very, very expensive. How much are we talking? Very, very, very expensive. Yeah, but your family's loaded, so... She seems kind of hesitant about giving me an actual figure. I should back off. Well, anyway, it was the Tigre who paid for it, right? After I recovered, Don Tigre told me. He said he paid for the operation because he cared about me. I believe him. Really? But you honestly believe that to be true? You want to know what I think? I think the reason he paid for the operation wasn't because of you, but someone else. We're gonna come back to like, you better pay off what you caused. It's like that sort of thing of like, is the head of the family. It's like, yeah, he's gonna be threatening him.
Take that!
Perhaps I shouldn't be saying this, but your grandfather, Bruto Cadaverini, controls a lot of dubious cash, right? And you are his beloved pride and joy. Sure, I don't know exactly how much the operation cost, but if you weren't the granddaughter of Mr. Cadaverini, do you think Mr. Tigre would have paid the money? $1 million. There we go. The head bandage. 4 months ago, I was in a traffic accident. That's why I needed the operation. When I woke up, they told me it was nothing serious, a simple procedure. Oh, really? Well, I guess if she recovered in 4 months, it couldn't have been too big. They said the operation cost $1 million. $1 million bucks? My grandfather ordered Don Tigre to pay $1 million in compensation. Compensation, huh? It's underworld lingo for paying money to settle a score. Basically, pay or get into some serious trouble. But $1 million bucks? This has to be related to our poisoning case somehow. Compensation. I wanted to believe him. I wanted to trust what Don Tigre said. He said it had nothing to do with my grandfather being Bruto Cadaverini. I wanted to believe he helped me because he cared about me, not about my grandfather. But I knew that wasn't really true. Wow. I'm so sorry. What he did to get the money was evil. He said it was all for me, so I helped him. You helped him? In what way? Here, take these. What are these? Medical papers? I'm Bruto Cadaverini's granddaughter. He had to pay compensation. He was made an offer. He simply couldn't refuse. Viola's medical papers added to the court record. Wow, I feel so bad for Viola. It's inexcusable. Huh? There are 2 things that I consider inexcusable. Poisoning and betrayal. That's it. Only a coward would hurt people using either of these tactics. I can imagine why he's thinking that, though, based on his history. Is everything alright, Nick? We should get going. Right after we finish our espresso. No. Yeah. Won't need to convince Viola of anything else. So I can get rid of this. Repair bill thrown into the trash. Don't get rid of it, you still might need it. Okay, so where do we go now then? There we go. January 7th, Tres bien. Ah, bonjour, I have been waiting for you to return. Mr. Armstrong. Ah, good timing. I was hoping to find you here. You're really tearing off those petals. We'd like to ask you a few questions. Well, he hasn't got anything to say to you, fellas. Oh, crap. It's Zinioff. You calling Zinioff? Come out from under the table already, Maya. Okay, hand it over. What? You just want to play games with me? I don't recommend that. The medical papers, now. Uh-oh, I think he wants Viola Cadaverini's papers back. You mean this? The $1 million medical papers? Miss Cadaverini trusted you. That's why she said that she helped you. Forget about it. Girl's dumber than an eggplant. You just want to know what's sad? I'll tell you what's sad. And it ain't only her face. You think she's got power because she's Bruto's little girl. Now that's sad. I can't let you have these papers. Tomorrow in court, I'm going to expose what you did to get the 1 million you used to pay this off. You crazy or something? I don't care if you want to give it to me or not. There's 2 of us here. You got that? 2. Oui. Mr. Armstrong? Forgive me. Désolé. I cannot argue with him. That really hurt. Is that all you've got? I'll be taking those papers now. Armstrong, get that lighter. Wait! Don't take it too hard, Phoenix Wright. That was so stupid, I shouldn't have let my guard down. Those medical papers were vital evidence. Hold it, pal. Detective Gumshoe? Detective? You think you're gonna stop me, copper? Beat it. Grawr. Whoa. Come on, Gumshoe. Keep it together. Guys, get out of here. Leave this guy to me. But... Go, pal. And take this. If you get hurt, who's gonna look after Maggie, huh? Alright. Thanks, Gumshoe. Wait, Nick. Don't leave me behind. I'll get even with that guy tomorrow. In court. Tender Lender is going down. To be continued in the next part. Ta-ta for now.